There we go. Yeah, so that was the video, Silver Fang trivia, which is also available on YouTube, and I'm sure a few have probably seen it already. Um, so what I figured we would do was to just basically have if anyone have any questions about the video, or if they have any trivia that they feel like sharing, then uh, then that would be good. I need more material for a future trivia video. Though I do have a bit of a video backlog already. Like Uh, I have the footage recorded for a Ginga cocktail. I need to finish that. Planning on making a merch video, but I do want to make a trivia follow-up at some point.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I mean, probably the one random trivia I always love is the basketball team who used Ginga as their
Yeah, yeah.
as their mascots for a couple games or something.
Mhm.
It was pretty funny.
I love that one. I do have that in my list, so if I do ever make a future one, I will definitely include that one. I was planning on including it in this video, but it was taking so long, so I just wanted to stop it at some point, and 15 felt like an even enough number to stop
Yeah.
at. And I did try to do research into that bit of trivia that you mentioned, the Akita Northern Happy Nuts.
hmm
But it is pretty tricky, and that's why these videos can take a while. It is tricky to do research about this stuff because a lot of it is, of course, in Japanese. It can be difficult to know where to look and all those
hmm
sorts of things. Because I was
Yeah.
tri-
I know I
I
have the
was
link to like the original announcement if
yeah,
you want me
nice.
to send that over.
Yeah, sure, sure. I might have seen it already. I'm unsure, but please do
Yeah.
send it.
I think I might have already sent it to you, but yeah.
You might have, but feel
The
free to send it
the
again.
merch. Yeah,
But
there you go.
I was I was very curious why that happened, how it happened, and all of that. But at least we ended up with some very cool basketball,
Yeah,
like Ginga
Akakabuto
art.
dunking is still like
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
art. So yeah, if anyone has any questions or any other fun things you know about Ginga, feel free
Yeah.
to unmute yourselves because I muted you all.
Someone,
You're all
someone
you can
mentioned
all unmute now.
someone mentioned Famicom Jump. I see that is
Mhm.
also one that I believe you suggested, which was also in my list of things that I just didn't have time to include. Which I believe, from what I know, I didn't get to do too much research into it, but I believe it's a game based off of the Shonen Jump comic book,
Mhm.
right? And it features characters from different series from that. And one of the bosses is Akakabuto that you have to
Yep.
defeat. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
correct.
that's definitely one that I also want to include if and when there is a part two.
The pachinko machines are probably another fun one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love
Also
the
a good one.
Pachinko machine. That would be a holy grail if I ever get my.
Yeah, I think I can hear someone. Is someone playing the pachinko? We're watching a video about the pachinko right now
It
because I can
sounds
hear
like it.
the balls.
I was
I
gonna
can
comment
hear
on
it
that, but I
too.
wasn't sure if that was just me hearing it.
Trivia
I mean, I
question.
have
Yes.
GGW going on in the background, but I don't think that's what you're hearing because I don't think it's loud
No,
enough.
no, it was very much the pachinko noise. Uh, 'Cause I'm like, I have
Mm.
one of the machines, so I'm like, I know that noise.
It's haunted.
Oh my God, goodness. I just realized that I got a message request of who I was supposed to draw, but when I heard my username, it did not sound like my username.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
no.
Wow.
Well, we'll definitely probably be doing another drawing game or something. Maybe next year we can
Yeah,
do a
I'll
fun
I'll
thing
make
some
it
other time. Maybe in the
I'll
Discord we could even just run one.
yeah, I'll make it as clear as possible
There are
next time I type it.
there are two other people that I already sent their characters to. I don't know. I guess if you guys want to still draw them and like put them in the con channel there on Discord,
I'll do it.
that'd be one
I'll
way to do
just
it.
draw it off screen, I guess.
It looks
Yeah.
like Flan has a trivia request. Is Fudigo Pass a real place?
Ooh.
I feel
And,
like the mountain range is real, but the actual Fudigo Pass maybe isn't.
I think I did
think it's
research into that.
real.
Yeah.
Because I think it was not real, but I could be misremembering because I
Oh.
remember trying to look that up, like where it actually takes place. Because that reminds me of another bit of trivia. I know that on the back cover of some of the Nordic VHSs, I believe it says that it takes place in
It says
Alaska.
Alaska.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Alaska.
definitely Alaska.
Translation.
Though I don't think, but I could be wrong. I don't think they ever say that it is in Alaska in
No.
the actual dub. It's just on the back of
No.
the cover. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
fixed that in the later DVDs. They say in the Japanese mountains, because every place and such in the dub is still how it is.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of mountains, of course, in like the area of Japan where Ginga takes place, but I don't think that there's like the double
I have to
mountain
look at where
range
this
with Akita.
is.
Yeah. Might
There's
take a
a-
little bit of a Google Maps looking around places.
I think I found one similar name. I can't pronounce the full name, but it's called Mount Futago. Kitazawa Pass?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like looking through photos right now. It looks like
You want me to
There's
send you
a-
the link?
Omagatake?
There's a bar or something in my city that's called Twin Peaks.
Uh,
I think of Futago Pass every time I see it.
Mount Midaki is an active volcano, which we know there's the volcano mountain in there.
Mount
So
Fuji.
yeah, like it's not named Fudigo, I don't think, but I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Not sure. I don't think we're as clear about the exact location as like, Watership Down, where it's like, no, these are the actual cities and roads and everything.
It's times like these where I wish I spoke Japanese.
Yeah, Twin Peaks.
I mean, I know just a few Japanese words.
This one kind
Yeah.
of looks like it.
Yeah. No, that actually might be
And it's named
correct.
Chicago.
Here, I'm gonna link it in the actual chat from what Tora sent over on the Discord. Yeah. It's Twin Peak Mountain, central volcanic cone, so yes. Yeah. Maybe. It's a fun one to do a little bit more research into.
Yeah. And again, this is how videos often take a while because you have to do all this research and it can end up down a few rabbit holes
Yeah.
trying to
I
look
like
into
your
this.
little avatar thing, Miles.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really cool. It
Yeah.
it opens your mouth when you speak.
Yes, it is pretty basic compared to a lot of VTubers and people doing that type of stuff. But thank you. Glad to hear it looks okay at least.
Yeah. Probably another
There's
good thing of trivia is like some of the other translations, which I did confirm were official for like Korean and some of the later Chinese editions. That was a fun bit of research on my end a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Did
like,
you have any
Yeah, it
like
was-
big discoveries or when
I
you were doing
mean,
it?
Korea was the only one to release like the full Ginga Nagaraboshi Gin on VHS.
Hmm.
They were the only ones who released
did
all of
they-
it uncut.
Did they relate it to this? In Japan, is it the case that they only released 2 VHS tapes with a few episodes?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like Japan got the least, which was kind
Yeah.
of funny, and then Korea got the rest.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then China published some of the manga. Like they only made it through. Like let's see, they did Ginga Nakaboshi Gen, Ginga Densetsu Weed, but then stopped after 5 volumes of Orion. Yeah, I have like those list out. I'm just sending you links on a Discord of like, yeah, hey, here they are. I have some photos of the editions that I found that were official, because there were a lot of unofficial ones. But I was able to go through like publishing companies and whatnot and figure out which ones were legit.
And I see someone mentioning that the Japanese VHSs have some jarring cuts. That'd be interesting to take a look at.
Yeah, I've never actually seen what's
me
on
neither.
those ones. Yeah.
I do have both of them, so maybe I should actually give them a look to see how they compare.
Oh, looks
Okay.
like K-Hound
Oh, for you.
post those. Cool.
Yee.
Oh yes, and then they mentioned the infamous Comics 1 translation of Gingan Densetsu Weed, our lone physical English translation. Oh,
Were
it's
there
so
any
bad.
were there any issues with it? Like I remember reading those.
So they only did the first 3 volumes,
Yeah.
but then the translation itself is pretty bad. Not only did they mirror the manga, so it was read left to right, so that always throws stuff out.
Yeah.
But they like direct translated some of the names. So like Akakabuto is Red Helmet instead of just keeping his name. And there were a couple other things that just got translated weird and badly, where it's like, yeah, no wonder that they went out of business.
Mhm.
I want those like just for like collection's sake, but like I would never read them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want me to look more through them, like I have all of them, so I could like send you some photos of some of the weird translations.
Quick question. I'm wondering where can I post like what I just drew, which channel?
Just in the general con talk channel in Discord
Okay, doing
works,
it right
or in
now.
panels, like kind
I'll
of.
let
work.
people guess who this is or was. Who knows if this person's alive? This character.
You know what? I'll take a guess.
And yes, I drew this all with just a pen.
In another bit of trivia, I'm just looking through some notes here that I might include in a future video. I'll have to verify it, but someone told me that in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, I think that's what it's called.
Yes,
there's
yes.
a character called Zan, and one of their attacks is Hakuro Batoga, which might be a reference.
It is the Shiba Inu character. What is his name?
It is some dog character, and I'm guessing I don't quite remember what the
Koromaru
Batoga
is the dog.
Okay. I don't remember what, like if Batoga has a specific translation that's a general word used in Japanese, or if it's very specific to the Ginga universe.
I feel like I've heard it used in other animes where it definitely wasn't a reference.
Okay.
But I can't remember where
Yeah.
else I heard it, but I was like, is that Ginga? No, that's very clearly not Ginga.
Yeah. It does look like the
But I mean,
does
with
look
it
like-
being tied to a dog, maybe?
Yeah, it is a dog and it is a spin
Yeah.
attack. So might be a slight chance there. And another one that I had on my list, I actually wrote up like a short script draft for it, but I decided not to include it because I couldn't verify it. I wasn't sure. That is in One Punch Man. It's okay. It looks like it's a 3rd OVA episode. Let's see what I've written there. Sonic Boom goes to train in the forest and befriends an old scarred hunter with a hunting rifle named X. I'm not sure if X here is a placeholder name or if it's their actual name that I've written here. And they're seeking to defeat his enemy, referring to him as the master of the mountain, and it's a bear. We initially see him with 2 eyes in the flashback, but later we see that he has a scar over his left eye and it's possibly one-eyed. So may or may not be a reference to Gin, but I couldn't quite verify it. And it's also kind of vague whether or not he has 2 eyes when I was trying to like look at the actual video. But that's one I might return to.
I just Googled it and was like, oh, yeah, that might be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, trying Trying to think of anything else. I mean, the stage plays are always a fun one to bring up.
And I did mention those in my previous
Oh, yeah.
Ginga video.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that now.
Yeah.
I just love the stage plays. I love
Yeah.
Japanese stage plays. They're so funny.
And let's see, some more I have here. I believe, from what I've heard, but this is another thing I need to verify, that that Ginga is inspired by King Fang, the anime King Fang
Yes.
from 1978, because it
Yeah,
has a
I
lot
believe
of
that they're
similarities.
like direct like interviews with Takahashi where he
Yeah.
mentions King Fang specifically. So
Yeah, that is what I heard, but I would need to, find the actual interview and stuff, and I didn't go into that rabbit hole
Yeah.
for the video, but that's something
We
I need to
might
definitely
have
do.
that on Ginga board somewhere. I'd have to check some of the old interviews.
And I do have, as a source for future trivia, I have like the entire run of this popular anime magazine from, let's see, was the anime in 86 or 87? 86, right? Ginga was released in 86. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, so it's the entire run from 1986 of this anime magazine. And they do have. I posted some of it on the Silver Fang on the Ginga Discord, because they do have people sending in fan art. For example, from back in the day, you have some what looks like it might be some interviews with some of the people involved. It is all in Japanese though, so I have no idea what they're actually saying. But if I can get that properly translated, there might be some interesting information there. So that is a potential well of trivia information to jump in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Farewell Wolves of the North might be a good manga to reference as well. That was like the one-shot precursor to Ginga Nagaraboshi Gin being published.
Okay. Write that one down here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's just like
That was
a single like story that was just like testing out, where they do the one shots to sort of test out if readers like that kind of story. And then if they do, then they can develop it into a full series like Ginga Nagaraboshi Gin. So it's kind of standalone, but it's still wolves, dogs fighting bears.
There was a movie, I don't remember where I heard it, but it's a bear horror movie based or inspired by the Ginga show, based on like a Kakabuto. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
That one, I know exactly what one you're thinking of. It's not really directly related. The person who made it also referenced that they were like inspired by like Jurassic Park and stuff. So it's like, no, it's just inspired by that genre.
It's not Cocaine Bear, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not Cocaine Bear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
We didn't escape it the last year. We're not going to escape it this year. Cocaine Bear. Oh my god.
Yeah. Good old Cocaine Bear.
2 years in a row.
That's basically a Kakabuto on drugs.
Yeah.
Listen, next year someone has to keep it going and mention it again.
Gotta keep mentioning Cocaine Bear. It's gonna happen in Requiem. Oh god. Okay, we're not at Requiem discussion
Don't give
yet.
him ideas.
Give us a little bit more time to get through Requiem.
I mean, if the series is really ending this time, why not?
I mean, I don't know. We thought it was ending with Last Wars, but
yeah, you're right.
And then Noah, and then
No, Requiem.
Yeah, we'll talk some more about that after the merch panel in a bit.
Rexam mentions, which I'm sure most people here already know, though, that the part of the Japanese musical got a Blu-ray release in Finland, which is neat, and again goes to show just how big it has been and is in Finland. Because I believe
you guys got theater releases of it.
Yeah.
I am jealous.
And what I like also,
Yeah.
I want that.
what I also like is like even though they are released on DVD and Blu-ray in Finland, but they have subtitles of the Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish as well.
Mhm.
It's like, I want to buy.
Yeah, they made sure to get as many
Sorry.
languages as they could,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Shut up and
You all
take
are
my money.
lucky compared to us with our terrible manga release.
Yeah.
Curse you, Comics One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go eat breakfast now, but I'll be back at 12:30 for the spoilers.
All right. Goodbye.
Well, see you guys later.
Bye bye.
There's
Bye-bye.
also one of the fan translations back when it was easily accessible. It had one thing translated, and then when the Manga Planet one, it's almost completely differently translated. I put it up there. I didn't want to interrupt people talking, but yeah, where it's like the fan translation is, look at that again, it's shit and it's fresh, and then the official one is, what is it again? Oh, it's poop and it's still fresh. And I thought that was kind of funny that it just completely flipped how that was phrased.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing like it depends on the translator, of course. But then also probably like what they felt like they were allowed to use in terms of
Yeah.
wording, even though it's very violent, it's still like,
One of them just seems very meme potential, and the other one is just like, wow, that's really different than what I read.
Let's
so-
be honest, Manga Planet isn't the most safe for work thing out there.
yeah, they
I'm
completely merged in their adult library in with the regular one. So definitely be careful
why
while
is
you're
Ginga always
browsing.
combined
But if
with
you
these
just go
Yeah, I
straight
made
to
that
the
mistake.
if you just go straight to the English Ginga, you're good. Which we have a direct link to that on the Silver Fang Network website.
That's what I have to give people now. I have to tell them, go to Silver Fang Network first. Don't go straight to Manga Planet unless you're
And
prepared
then
to
click
see.
the Manga Planet link and
Yeah.
just stay on that page.
But I'm curious if it also has different.
I mean, I guess we've all been
rating?
dealing with that kind of issue with Garaku anyway.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, why is Ginga always a manga about dogs is always roped in with that stuff of all the things out there?
So Flan asked, do we think Manga Planet will ever release a print version of GNG? We've asked them about it, and they've said that they are looking into like print on demand solutions, but we haven't heard anything else lately. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, a print on demand would get rid of the other demands of it. I'm just not sure like what legally they need to be able to print it versus just have it online. So I don't know if it's viable or not. I hope that they eventually figure that out. But
Now, do you really wish that Manga Planet would let you buy mangas rather than just
Yeah.
subscribing and read it through a subscription?
Yeah.
we love our physical merch, and that's actually a good transition into the merch panel. So I'm going to switch us over right now.
Okay.